I'm going to be running you through some tests of the contractile tissue of the shoulder, and we're going to start with drop arm 1 and drop arm 2. They're both tests for rotator cuff pathology, like a tears. And so you're going to have your patient abduct their arm, and you're going to have a supporting arm down here while you apply a surprise force, and you want to see if the arm drops, and that would be a positive sign. Now the next one we have is drop arm 2, where you have the patient bring their arm all the way up, and once again you can just be ready to catch them in case they fall, and you ask them to slowly lower it back down to 90 degrees. And if they dropped at any point during that, would be a full thickness tear of the rotator cuff. So next we move on to the external rotation lag sign. Go ahead and bring your patient's GH into scaption and 20 degrees of flexion, and you are going to externally rotate the arm right to where you feel a good amount of tension, and you're going to bring them back 5 degrees. Now part 1 of this is letting go of the wrist and asking the patient to maintain the position you have them in. If you see less than 5 degrees of movement, it's not positive. More than 5 degrees would indicate an infraspinatus tear. Second part of the test is removing your hand at the elbow, and you're looking for that lag again, and I don't see any, so he's negative. If I were to see about 5 degrees of motion, would be thinking supraspinatus. Now this test is almost nearly repeated, but at the shoulder at 90 degrees and still in that scaption plane. And you're going to apply that external rotation right to where you feel the force. Go ahead and let go of the wrist, and if you see no lag, then it's a negative sign, just like AJ here. But if AJ had moved, we would be thinking there might be an issue with the infraspinatus. Now, the last test, I'll have AJ turn the other way, and it's the internal rotation lag sign. Go ahead and take your testing limb and place it in the small of their back. You're going to have them externally rotate their arm, and you're doing just like the other lag signs. Go to where you feel some resistance, come back about 5 degrees, and say, I need you to hold that position for me, and I'm going to let go. If his hand had fallen back into the small of his back, that would be a positive lag sign, and you're thinking that there is a pathology or a tear with the subscapularis.